It is the middle of November and it's snowing. Big, real white flakes. This is not a good sign. It's the middle of November. It's not time for this. What on earth? What does this say about the coming winter? I'm not liking this. I am definitely not liking this. Oh well, I'm not getting everything I like this year, am I? I'll be back soon. Hello everybody. I have been doing a lot of thinking. Well, as you know, some of it not so good, some of it really beneficial, I think. And I recognize, my God, it really is true that I have been through so much and my body has been through so much, and I have come a long way. I really have come a long way. It doesn't feel that way every day. I wake up and the pain is there and I feel as if the leg is weaker than I'd like it to be, and I definitely need to start doing physical therapy again on an outpatient basis, which I can do now that I no longer have the visiting nurse coming, because as long as they were coming to the house, I couldn't do that. So there are definite pluses and minuses to the whole thing, but by and large, aren't I lucky? Aren't I really lucky? I was in a position a little over a year ago where I suddenly developed something that I didn't recognize, that I went to check out, that the doctor guessed wrong about. I could have died. I had a huge tumor. I had a very talented team of doctors. I had wonderful care. I had all your prayers that I know had a huge impact. And I have been luckier than I might have hoped to be. My surgical oncologist had said to me several times before the surgery, there is a really good likelihood that you will always need to wear a brace for the rest of your life. There was a really good chance that I might never have driven again. There was a really good chance that I would have been in far worse shape than I find myself. So how dare I complain, really? I am lucky. I am luckier than I might have been. I am luckier than many in my given circumstances, and none of us knows what the future will bring, but for now, for this moment, which is all any of us has in reality, I'm good. I'm really good, and I'm going to try to be better about not allowing myself to get into that depressed place where everything seems like it's bad and going downhill and not what it should be, and poor me and my little pity party. If I find myself going there, I'm going to try to pull myself out of that place. If you see me going there, say something. You've all been incredible for me, and part of the lessons that I've learned have been from the experience itself, and a good part of it has been from all of you and from the comments that you make and the things that you teach me by doing it. So on that note, I have to tell you, I am going to link below to, I have a huge belief in the power of laughter, and laughter is such a healing commodity that we really need to make better use of it and really allow that funny bone to be tickled more often. I absolutely got hysterical the other night. I've been watching a lot of organizing videos because I'm in the process of organizing stuff. It's harder for me and it's slower for me than it normally would be, because I'm physically not able to do things in the way that I would love to do them. But I watch them for encouragement and to give me the impetus to get started. And it does work. And I have to tell you, I've taken 2 courses over the years with Alejandra. I don't know how many of you are familiar with her, but if you are, you know she's incredibly organized. I think she was born with that, no question about it, because she's unbelievable. And she has done, you know, she's called the most organized house in America, things like that. I've learned a lot from her. One of the things that I learned, and it's really significant for me, is that when I do anything of an organizational, with an organizational bent, I really have got to make it look good in the end, because for me, if it doesn't look pretty, I won't keep it that way, because it still looks ugly to me. And if it's organized and ugly, I have no incentive to make it stay that way. So I've learned that about myself. It's helped me enormously, and I'm grateful for that. So that's a good thing. But the thing that I wanted to tell you was, I happened upon a video the other night of hers on organizing her car. It's a few years old, and she organizes everything. I mean, she is literally the most organized person. So I watched the video, and as I say, I'm going to link to it so you can choose to watch it. I suggest that you do watch it and then look at the comments. Don't look at the comments until you watch it. I know some of you, by saying don't do it, will rush to the comments. But don't do it if you can help it. Because after I watched the video, in which I said to myself, no way, Jose, can I do this? Then I looked at the comments, and I was hysterical. She had the best comments under that video that I've seen in a very, very long time. And if you need a little chuckle in your world, take a look at that. It really is going to help you. I'm in love with it. I really want to share it with you. Lord knows I've shared a lot about the stuff that's not so wonderful, so I wanted to share this. Now, let me just, as a quick ending and a quick aside, tell you that you can see me in daylight today. It's disgusting daylight. It's a heavy laden sky. It's real bloody snow that is now sticking to the hedges, and it's sticking to the grass, and it's looking like a picture postcard. It's Currier and Ives for those who know that look. And it's lovely if you don't have to live with it. I could happily live in a place where it never snows and be happy for the rest of my life. I've had enough snow in my many years to say enough. But I wanted to share with you that because you can see me in daylight, you can really, really see this makeup. This is still from that profusion, from the palettes that they had sent me. And I am thoroughly in love with every single one of them. But the little ones, what I'm wearing on my eyes today is what they call the new nudes. It is also a 7 eyeshadow palette. They're much more intense nudes than I typically would wear. You know, it typically is very sort of taupey and not a lot of pigment, or if there is, it's not heavy duty. There's not a lot of sheen. There's not a lot of shimmer. This had some great options, but it's different. And different is a good thing. And again, if this is the same price, and I'm guessing that it is, that the other one was, it was $7 for this whole thing. And it's a kit with the eyeshadows and the liquid liner. I didn't wear the liquid liner today. And it is the, what was the other thing? It was the primer pen, and I used the primer pen today. So this is the look with that. But this, I needed you to see this in daylight. It's very subtle, and I love it. This was that palette that I showed you the other day, that face palette. I think it was 5 different things in there. It was 2 blushes, and it was that wonderful highlighter that I'm loving because it's very natural looking, it's very dewy looking. It's not, it doesn't have those little flecks in it that make you look a little bit as if you should be going somewhere or you shouldn't be wearing it. But I'm totally loving it. I'm going to come in a little bit closer so you can see the eyes really well. I love the look. And this again is that cheapy mascara. I think my eyes are looking a little bit less sick. They don't have that, you know, when you don't feel well and the whites of your eyes just look like you're sick. I think there's a little bit less of that. I'm going to hope that that's true. And I'm going to kind of end it here today, except for one last thing. I don't know if you notice any difference in my neck and my chin, but I do. I started using the Clarins again. God bless that Clarins. Son of a gun. I have nothing on here other than the Clarins, and I didn't even do a lot of it in here. I really need to do more. Duh. I'll have to do that starting tomorrow. I've done it under here, and I've done it in here, and these deep lines that I had here that were coming back are going again. So I don't have the look of those pooches as much as I did before. And, you know, for an old woman, this is really miraculous. I don't want to go the surgical route or the filler route or anything like that. For those of you who do it, God bless you and you look great. It's not my choice, and I certainly don't have the money to fool with anything like that at this time in my life. But even if I did, I wouldn't do it. So for me, I'm thrilled with what I'm getting from this. How good is this? All in all, it's a terrific thing, snow or otherwise. Take care, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Take a look at that video that I'm going to link you to down below, and let me know in the comments if you got a good chuckle out of it. Take care. Bye-bye.